We weren't looking to adopt that day. We were just browsing, the way people do when they tell themselves they're just looking. And then we saw her, a pit bull mix named Tubbs, sitting alone in the back of her kennel with eyes that seemed to carry the weight of every rejection she'd ever faced. The shelter staff told us she'd been passed over more times than they could count. Too scary looking, they said. Too intimidating. Families would walk right past her cage without even slowing down. But when we knelt down and reached through the bars, something shifted. She didn't jump or bark. She just leaned into our hands like she'd been waiting for that touch her whole life. And in that moment, we knew she was coming home with us. What we didn't know was that Tubbs would change more than just our lives. She was about to transform an entire neighborhood. From day one, Tubbs showed us who she really was. Gentle, patient, quiet. She didn't bark at strangers or tear up furniture. What Tubbs loved more than anything, more than treats or toys or even walks, was people. She craved connection in a way that felt almost human. Every single afternoon at exactly 4 p.m., she'd plant herself at our front door and stare out at the sidewalk like she was expecting someone. At first, we thought it was cute, but then we realized what she was really doing. She was waiting for friends. Day after day, she'd sit there with that same hopeful look in her eyes, believing that someone would stop, someone would see her, someone would choose her. And you know what breaks my heart? Knowing that some of you watching this right now haven't subscribed yet. Just like Tubbs waited to be seen, we're here waiting too, hoping you'll choose to be part of this community where stories like hers matter. If her patience and hope are touching you right now, please hit that subscribe button. Let's not make love wait any longer. Whenever someone walked by, especially if she recognized them, her entire body would light up. Her tail would whip back and forth so fast it looked like it might take flight. And when someone stopped to say hello, you could see it in her eyes. This was what she lived for. Over time, a few neighbors became regulars. The mailman with his dog biscuits, the kids walking home from school, the elderly couple who strolled by every evening. Tubbs knew their schedules better than we did. She'd wait for them. She'd love them with everything she had. But not everyone saw her the way we did. Some people crossed the street when they saw her on the porch. Others would stiffen up, walk faster, avoid making eye contact. And even though Tubbs never barked or growled or did anything remotely threatening, we could see how their reactions affected her. Her tail would slow down, her ears would drop just a little, that hopeful light in her eyes would dim. It broke our hearts. Here was this sweet, loving soul who just wanted to say hello, and people were afraid of her because of how she looked. We started to feel it too, that quiet frustration. How could we help people see her for who she really was? That's when we got an idea. We wrote a simple sign on a piece of paper and taped it to our front door. It said, "Her name is Tubbs. She loves people. She's safe to say hi to, and she would love to meet you." That was it. Nothing fancy, just the truth. And everything changed. The next day, a woman we'd never spoken to stopped and read the sign. Then she smiled, walked up to the door, and waved at Tubbs. Tubbs nearly lost her mind with excitement. The woman laughed and said, "I always thought she looked sweet, but I wasn't sure if it was okay to approach." She spent 5 minutes talking to Tubbs through the glass, and when she left, she said, "I'll stop by again tomorrow." And she did. So did others.
Within a week, more people were stopping than ever before. The teenager on the bike who used to speed past now parked and spent 10 minutes with her every afternoon. An older man who lived on our street for years started crossing over just to say hello. Parents brought their kids over to meet her. One little girl called her the queen of the block. Tubbs didn't do anything different. She was still the same dog with the same big head and stocky frame. But now, people saw past that. They saw her heart. And once they did, they couldn't get enough of her.
But here's the thing that really surprised us. It wasn't just about Tubbs anymore. The whole neighborhood started to shift. People who used to walk by with headphones in were now stopping to chat with each other. Neighbors who'd never met before were introducing themselves. Kids were playing together on the sidewalk. Strangers were becoming friends. Tubbs had become the thread that wove our community together. Without trying, without needing to do anything except be herself, she'd created connection where there hadn't been any before. These days, there's hardly a person on our block who doesn't know Tubbs. The kids plan their routes home from school just to see her. The elderly neighbors time their evening walks so they can stop by. People from other streets make detours just to visit. And every single time someone reaches out to her, her tail wags like it's the first time all over again. What used to be a face that people feared is now a symbol of warmth and trust and transformation. And here's what we've learned from all of this. Sometimes love doesn't shout. It doesn't demand attention or force its way into your life. Sometimes love just waits. Patiently, quietly, hopefully. Tubbs waited. And the world came around.
So here's a question for you, and I really want you to think about it. What matters more, how someone looks or how they make you feel? Because we live in a world that judges so quickly, that makes assumptions based on appearance alone. But Tubbs taught an entire neighborhood that the heart is what matters, that love is what matters, and that sometimes all it takes is one small sign to change everything. If you're thinking about adopting a dog, please don't overlook the ones that get passed by. The ones with the big heads and the stocky frames and the faces that people are afraid of. Because those dogs, the ones like Tubbs, they have the biggest hearts. They're not just pets, they're family, they're healers. They're the ones who remind us what it means to love without conditions. Tubbs was just looking for a friend. What she found was an entire neighborhood ready to be changed by love.